Hi, I'm Simon.
I'm Max with the Shapeshifters.
And you're watching DJsounds.com. We were lucky enough to be asked again to be residents for Defected in the house at Saturday nights at Pacha. It's no secret, it's one of our favourite places to play in the world. And this is our 4th year?
What, at Defected? Oh, Pacha.
Yeah.
It's the 4th year. Yeah.
A couple of years at Amnesia before that. So we're very lucky boys, really, to get to play in one of the best clubs in the world for so many years. And I have no doubt that this year will be as mad as it always is, and as exciting as it always is. And I can't wait to get back out there, to be honest. We have a new single coming. It's called Helter Skelter, and I think some people are going to be a little bit freaked out by it from us, to be honest. It's a lot different sound for us. A lot of people expect big brass and strings from us all the time, and vocals, and it's quite electronic, but still funky.
Yeah, I mean it's very melodic still, So we kept the melody in there, and the vocals is sung by Steve Edwards, who's done various other things.
But it doesn't even, it's very different for Steve as well.
No, you can't tell it's Steve initially, which is quite nice to see him do something very different. So we're quite happy with it. But it was funny when we spoke with a friend of ours, and he's given it to a kind of like a minimal DJ, and he was playing it in his set.
He's playing it in Berlin on Saturday night, which we thought was quite
wow,
funny.
That's pretty cool. But at the same, it appeals to the house yokes as well as So hopefully will appeal to a wider market. And then we got 2 other singles we've been working on, and which one is actually by Will Young.
Will Young came in and did a vocal for us on Friday, which we were very happy about. He's a lovely guy, and we wanted to work with him for quite a while. So that's another mark chalked off, and we'll see how that one turns out. The last year, we kind of felt a little bit lost. We left EMI. Went to Defected, it's all brilliant, Chime, all that stuff came out, and then after that we were kind of like, okay, where's this going, what are we doing? And we just started working on other tracks and singles, and then we came to realise that we are actually an album act, and we've always worked that way, and we find it easier to work the album process. So we told Defected we were going, and we'd come back in 4 months. And it's the best thing we did, really, because we had that album mentality, and now we've got basically about 15 demos down, and probably 5 or 6 tracks that are pretty much near completion. One of them's complete, it's going to be the next single, so we're kind of not going to have that gap in releases that we've had over the last year, which has been a bit frustrating for us. And we now feel we're back to making our best music, and we're really excited about what's coming up in the next few months.
The compilation is actually obviously a compilation of music that we released on Nocturnal Groove over the period. I mean, we released a compilation already.
Nocturnal Groove Volume 1.
Funnily enough, and this is the Volume 2, and it's mixed by us, and it's a selection of tracks released on the label. So we've got artists, from Pookie, Roy McLaren, who else we've got?
Doman & Gooding,
ATFC,
Frankie Knuckles,
someone,
Roy McLaren,
yeah,
did you say that already?
I said that already.
Stereo Soul System,
yes,
Chris Taylor,
yeah.
All guys that release on the label on a regular basis, and it's just a digital comp of all the stuff back catalogue. Nocturnal's our label, and again, when Shapeshifters have been touring around the world, it's quite hard to run a label and to do what we do as well. So in the last year we've also done another deal with Defected, where they look after our distribution and digital marketing side and everything, and it's probably the best thing we've done, because it's really working for the label and the artist and the other guys that are producing on the label. There's a better structure, a better strategy, and it just works really well.
Yeah. Since we both started playing vinyl back in the day, and even during Shapeshifter time, we were playing vinyl until 2005, 6, 5? 5. Yeah. and then we started playing CDs, and that was a big jump already then.
And we were saying, no, we're never going to do CDs.
And now we played vinyl. I mean, like a year ago in AK, or a year and a half ago, whatever. We played intro on vinyl. And like, damn, you know, this is how we was playing vinyl. So you can't even, I can't even think about going back to vinyl.
No.
So it's changed a lot I think to a better way, but we still like the physical element of touching and playing with the turntables, like the CDJs. And obviously, as you can see, we recently bought the CDJs 2000, which is the next step in the evolution of the DJing, and they kept it very similar to the 1000, but it's just all file based, because Beatport and track source, you just download everything and you got it on a USB stick, on a hard drive, whatever, and you're skipping the whole burning process.
Exactly, there's always something. With vinyl, it was carrying it, right? With CDs, it was burning them. Yeah. So this is brilliant, because it's kind of like you just download it on your computer, you put it on a stick, and away you go, and you still have the physical element of the mixing and everything else. It's funny, I'm sure we'll find something to complain about, as all DJs do, regarding my USB stick's too big.
I think it's more the technique, because there's so much technology now behind it. It's like the operating system on the player, it's the files, the USB stick, is so much technology. It's bound to go wrong at some point somewhere, so that's going to be quite interesting. Probably it's going to freeze somewhere, or the locks. I mean, saying that, many people play with laptops and it works fine. I mean, I'm probably safer to do this way than a laptop.
It had its moments in the beginning, as all things do when you're pioneering, I suppose, but pardon the pun. But yeah, I think this is a great new way for us, and if I can get away from burning CDs, I'm a happy man.
But I mean, we were looking at doing the whole laptop thing as well, but we felt like it was taken away a little bit from the whole DJing thing, and we've been doing vinyl and CDs, and this was the only way of keeping the physical element still there, but instead of putting physical CDs, is selecting the files from the actual display, which I think is a different way of getting used to, because you're used to, even flicking through the CDs, you see maybe you've written something, or it's a red CD or it's a yellow CD, you get that the visual element that's gone a little bit. So you have to kind of reprogram your brain a little bit to kind of to get used to the new way of
it was the same when we moved from vinyl to CD, and I think you just have to keep pushing yourself forward and moving with the technology. The computer, the laptop thing, is great and it works for some people, but I think this is now the happy medium for us, to just go straight to files and not have to have a computer on stage. With us, it's always been a bit more about selection than a lot of the technology side. I mean, I look at people like James Ibiza and stuff, and I think they're amazingly talented, but that's not just the be all and end all of DJing. Is whacking crossfaders and hitting hot cues. It's about connecting with the people as well, and also your selection and the journey you take people on. And I suppose that's a bit of an old school way of looking at it, but that's where we come from. So it's I think this is a happy balance for us with brand new technology and keeping the ethos of what we've always done, which is look at the people first and take them on a journey from there. We've been going to the US now for about 3 years.
3 years, yeah.
And we're lucky enough now to have a residency at Mansion in Miami. We're going to be playing at Avalon in LA, which is really exciting as well. Where else are we playing?
It was Chicago.
Oh, the Boom Boom Rooms in Chicago, which is meant to be amazing. So looking forward to that. What else? Be touring
Croatia, obviously.
Croatia, Slovenia. Eastern Europe's pretty good to us, actually. We like going there. And then I guess we'll be heading out to Asia and Japan and Australia again for the end of the year. So as usual, the touring's pretty busy. So and I think coupled with the amount of releases we're going to have this year, it's going to be a good year.